Fabulous Friday, everybody. Sending you all love, hugs and happy stitching. Bit excited about today's tag. So one of the things that I've realised is that we have our tags. They're all beautiful and on our ring, and we share them online, but we're not really sharing them with anybody. So this Friday the 30th, we are going to make a brooch, and you can make it however you want. I'm just going to show you how I'm going to make my brooch, and then your pictures can be a picture of your brooch, but I would also love then to see a picture of you wearing your brooch. So it'd be nice to see some faces behind all the fabulous tags that are going on. So I thought that'd be a lovely thing to do today, seeing as though we've reached 30. So what you need to do is obviously audition your stash, go grab the bits. I'm thinking about, tag, want to wear it. Blues are my favourite colour at the moment for wearing. I love my yellows and pops of colour, but I thought blues something and greys that I have sort of like a staple. So I've pulled out loads of different types of fabrics. I've got some linen, some cotton, a little bit of this is a dyed bit of tablecloth. This is actually one of the things that you have on a curtain. It's got the little bits that you put your curtain hooks in that's been dyed. I would love to say that I'd made this tatting, but I really haven't. But it's just so delicate and teeny tiny. I thought I'd really like to use that as well. And then I've got myself a big safety pin. So I'm going to do mine with my safety pin at the top with my tag hanging down. You could obviously make your tag and then stitch your brooch to the back if you don't want to see it, and it can just be a safety pin. It doesn't have to be elaborate. If you want to go a bit more over the top, you could get kilt pins. There's all different sorts of ways that you can fasten things on, but I quite like these big safety pins. Really nice. This one is 6 centimeters long, so it's a little bit wider than my tag, but that's fine, that's okay. So pop that to one side. Decide on your threads. So I'm going for 3 different threads. So I've got some crochet cottons and some perlace. So I've got an 8 and a 5, and then just a 70 crochet cotton, really nice fine one, because I just thought that'd be nice with the lighter colour. I'm going to use a little piece of cotton wadding just for the backing of my brooch, but it will get covered, so this is just going to go in the middle just to pad it out. So to make our brooch, this is going to be totally and utterly up to you. I love that dyed piece of fabric, so I'm going to use that as my background. I'm going to see, yeah, I'm going to rip it rather than cut it, because I want to keep these really scraggy edges. What am I doing? That's the wrong bit. Is my bit gone? Oh my god, I've only just, oh, it's there. It was stuck on my top. Interesting start to the day for a lovely Friday. Just going to cut the top. Okay, right, so I've got the base for my scrappy brooch. Now you could use any technique whatsoever on your brooch. There might be a tag that you've done that you absolutely love the process and you want to go back and reuse that particular process. I'm just going to do lots of layers and stitching. Okay, put that to one side, stick that in my little jar, make sure I don't get it in my cup of coffee. Got a bit of a messy desk today. Just get a bit carried away with myself, I think. Right, there we go. Let's put that out. That's going to be the background for my brooch. So it's just having a look through then all the different pieces. Now I don't really, even though it's got a lovely pink on there, I don't really want to start getting pinks into my thing. I think I want to keep it quite plain actually. I think I might just go for lots of layers of blue and just rip it and cut it. Okay, I think I'm going to have things going beyond the realms. Oh, that's quite pretty. Like that little bit there. Don't think I'll be able to rip this, so if you can't rip it, if you cut it, then you can always fray your edges. That's quite pretty. It's got a little bit of a pattern. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I want to go for really, really scruffy, proper scrappy brooch. It's really playing with colour and texture. Okay, it's going to go there. Right, I've cut myself out a circle. Realise now it's actually got a flower on it, but I think actually when I stitch that all the way around it might disappear, because one of the things that I do absolutely love are Suffolk puffs. So I think I want to make a Suffolk puff to go onto my brooch. So Suffolk puffs, it's just a circle. You should know this by now if you've done any of the tags, any of the challenges. We love a Suffolk puff. Just fold your ends under as you rotate. Oops. Then a little running stitch. Just fold in as you're going round. So I usually stick the needle in and then just use my thumb and finger to fold the next bit. Keep going. And just pull it through every so often. There we go. Quite excited to be wearing one. Obviously it'll have to go back, well, it doesn't have to, but it'll go back on the tags. But you could always make two. If you've got a quiet week this week, you could make one brooch for your tag and then another brooch so that you've just got something to wear. Okay. There we go. Not feeling very wobble-gobby today. Don't know why. Just enjoying having a moment's peace. I've got myself a lovely cup of coffee. The house is really quiet. Everybody's busy doing their own thing. Let's trim that off. There we go. Right, then start pulling. Always reminds me of a little shower cap. Pull that in. So I've gathered it all together. Then just push those gathers flat and just start pulling just out on the fabric, just to ease all the creases out. Just eases the fabric out. That's not too bad, the pink's sort of disappeared. That's okay. I can live with that. I think what I might do, oh no, I might go button on this one, seeing as though we're going brooch. I was going to stuff it with a slightly darker colour, but I think I'm going to go button. So just do a couple of stitches on there just to stop that coming undone. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's cute. Quite like that. Right, I'm going to leave that attached to the thread for now. I need to turn that round. You see, I'm not sure whether or not I like that now. I've got that. That's really nice. That's I think it's the edge of some a piece of clothing. So there's like some little holes there, and there's like the little edge which is, oh, that's quite cute. The only problem with things like this, they're brilliant, but they're an absolute pain to get your needle through because it's double layered. I wonder whether or not I can cut some of that out. Right, if I wanted to use it, that length. So you've got double layered stuff. So it is nice to use, but I always find when I'm doing it, my hands absolutely kill afterwards. So see whether or not I can just cut a layer. There is some stitching on the bottom that I could unpick, but I'm just worried that if I unpick it, the fringing that's at on the bottom that I quite like will just fall off. Right, there we go. Obviously I quite like that now, but I like that bit. Oh, I know what I can do. I like both bits, so let's trim that bit off. Faffy. There we go. There, that's better. I can use that. Oh, that's nice. It gives a little bit of a dark edge to that. Oh, that's really pretty. Liking. Right, a little bit of tatting. Oh, this is just so divine. So I want to have that going down there. Yeah. So that's going to go down there. Trim that off. Okay, right, I'm going to start making some decisions. So just start pinning. Oops. There we go. There's pin. Two pins. And I'm going to put my stuff at puff there. I'm going to move it down a little bit from the top, because what I'm going to do to fix my pin on is I'm going to do a strip of fabric that I'll stitch on. It'll go over and the fabric will actually become the back of my piece. So I don't want to go too close to the top. Just pin myself at puff on. That's looking cute. Okay. That's looking really cute. Okay, right. I think I need something with a little bit of pattern. So I've gone really, really plain. So I just need to have a look for some patterned fabric. Okay, let me have a little bit of a root round. Okay. Right. See, I thought, this is me again. Good laid plans. Let's have a look. Oh, now. See, then I've just had another thought about something that I know I've got somewhere. Oh, giddy ants. I'm sorry, I've just left you all on your own just for a couple of minutes while I am looking for something, and I've got a horrible feeling it's probably downstairs. Oh no, hold on. Here we go. Rummage. Let's have a look in here, what we got. will be back with you. Give me 1 second. Yeah, that's all the same. Right, okay, got a chunk more stuff. Oh. Right. Sorry about that. Oh, look at that, there's a tiny daisy on that one. That's cute. That could be nice for the backing. Let's get gorgeous bits of fabric that have just been dyed, like old tablecloths and things like that. They've already got embroidery on them. It's not quite what I'm after. That's the wrong colour. Ooh, that's cute. Ooh, and then I've got that as well. Ooh, right, I quite like that. This is, ooh, and there's that. No, go with the edging. I like that little bit of a stitch on the edge of that there. So a little chunk of that. It's sort of like cheating, means I don't need to stitch. Okay. Fray that. Okay. So you could use any bits of material for this. You could even just say, right, I'm just going to go through my little scrap basket and just pull out lots of little pieces. It could be your favourite colour. It could be for an outfit, matching outfit that you're going to wear. It could be for somebody else. You might decide to make one as a gift. Okay. Right, I am making such a mess this week. Right, I like that, but I do want it to go underneath, and I need it to be a little bit softer on the top. I think sometimes when you're doing something like this, cut edges are always a little bit hard. It's just nicer to have something that is a little bit softer. Oh, you see, I've just seen the edge of that as well. That's really pretty. It's got to be that out. I've just had an idea as to what I could do as well. So when you get little bits like this, they've got little holes in, it's lovely to weave something through. So one of the threads that I've already got, we've got tiny holes in it. It's just a brilliant opportunity. It's got really, really teeny tiny holes. So take a lot of direction from the fabrics that you decide to use. So if there's holes, are the things that you can put through it. One of the things that's really cute to do on a tag is if you've got like an old shirt, and actually use like the buttons or the patterns or the sleeves or the collar, and actually use those on your design. See, and that just goes from just something that's just sort of like holey to then popping a colour through. That just looks really, really cute. Right, just cut that out. I just think that'd look really cute on there as well. Let's see if I can fray just a little bit. There we go. Got to be careful sometimes with fraying. If you get a bit too close, you can actually end up with nothing left over when you've finished. So I'm going to do that way around. That's cute. Right, pull that pin out, and then I'm going to pop that underneath there. Oh, yummy. Yummy scrummy. There we go. Right, okay, so there is my front of my little brooch. So all we need to do next is start stitching. So the first thing that I'm going to stitch on is my Suffolk puff, mainly because I've still got my needle attached. There we go, she says. I'm just going to take that through the back to start off with, and then just come out the side and just do a tiny stab stitch all the way around. There we go. Oops. I hope everybody's getting up to date with the tags. If you've not been here from the beginning, welcome. If you've just joined us, welcome. I know a lot of people have asked about where's the group, how do you join? There's no specific group. I did look at originally doing a Facebook group for people to go to, but it just got really complicated, so we've just kept it really simple. So I do the videos 12 o'clock on a Friday. They are scheduled to appear. And then if you are an Instagram person, you can post your tags on Instagram, and all you need to do is just use the hashtags. So the hashtag 52 tags handmade is the general hashtag for everything, and if you want to do a hashtag 52 tags handmade and then just add the number of the week at the end, what that means is, say for example, if you fancy having a look at week 20's tags, if you put in that on the search thing, it'll bring up anybody that's put that. Now, we didn't actually start doing this until a few weeks ago. It was one of my friends pointed out to me, why didn't we do that? Because then you could just have a look at that week's tags. So we started doing that. If some of you want to go back and add the numbers to your previous post, you can just go onto Instagram, go on your gallery and find the pictures and just do edit posts, and you can add the extra hashtags in there. I have to admit, I haven't done that yet. I haven't had time. I'm busy making the videos. Okay. There we go. Right, then all I'm going to do, as soon as I've got this cotton, is I'm just going to do, this is quite nice because it just stands out, a little running stitch down. Now, even though you've put like Suffolk puffs on and stuff like that, you don't have to stitch around them. You could do, and then it would add a pattern to what you're doing and things like that, but sometimes it's quite nice, if you're doing a straight stitch, to actually just go through everything. What that does, the stitch actually starts blending all the layers together, and they all become one, which reminds me of that song. I think it's a Spice Girls song actually. Ooh, that's showing my age. Okay, right, I've got that stitched, and flip that round the other way because I want to make sure that I'm going to catch the edge of these in. Now, stitching, you could do anything you wanted. One of the things that I absolutely love is slow stitch, which is just basically, a lot of people ask, well, what is slow stitch? Slow stitch is just about enjoying the moment. It's enjoying and taking pleasure in just that rhythm of stitching. That's why a lot of slow stitch things that you see are running stitch. Just lines and lines of running stitch, just following a pattern. You get into a rhythm. It means as well, especially if you're new to stitching, you don't have to overthink anything. It's not overly complicated. I suppose this is the first tag that we've done really, where we're actually making something. I know we've done some before where they've been a bit more pictorial, I suppose, rather than abstract. So this is the first I am making. But a lot of times with slow stitch, you're actually not making anything. You are just enjoying the process of stitching. So I think I'll probably do another line. They look really good if you get lines of the stitching really regular, or you could go for the more random, so a little bit like a seed stitch. That's really, really cute for filling in areas. If you've got areas that are blank and you're not quite sure what to do, a seed stitch is brilliant. So if you go back and have a look at, where are we? There we go. Week 16, that was a seed stitch. That's such a lovely, lovely stitch to play around with. Okay. So I think I will probably stick with a straight stitch. So what I'll probably do next is I'll do a stitch across the top, and then I'll use tiny little stab stitches to stitch the tatting down. And once I've got the tatting down, because I'm going through all the different layers, I'm going to have stitched everything together. So I know then none of the fabric's going to fall off, which means I can take the pins out, and then I can start to play around with my other colours and my other threads. I've chosen 2 different threads of different thicknesses. So this is a really fine thread. Then I've got an 8 perlé, and then a slightly thicker 5. Because I just thought it'd be quite nice. They're both the same colour. I just thought it'd be quite nice to stitch with different thicknesses of thread. Okay, right. I'm going to explain then, because this is going to take me a little bit of time to do all the stitching on this, so I'll probably go off and do that and then just do like I normally do, where I put the pictures on. Okay, right. And I just go, well, actually no, I could do it at the same time. So what I'm going to do for my background, I've got a piece of fabric with the daisies on. I'm going to get another bit of fabric. Just need to trim a bit off. Okay. Make sure that that's going to go through my fastening, the other way around then. That way around. It's going to go through there. I just want it just a little bit thinner. There we go. Right, so I need to do this so it's a little bit longer than my brooch to start off with. It's not really down that. Might have to hand fray that. I just need to take a tiny bit off the edge. Right, I can actually put this on now and then I can finish doing the stitching afterwards. So imagine I've done all my stitching. So I've now got myself a piece of fabric. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lay it face down, right way down now. Yeah, just need to work out how long I need that to be. Oh, I've just started talking to myself. Oh, my laptop stayed on then, it just went off for some reason. Okay, so that's going to go there. Then it's going to, right, okay. So, face down. And what I'm going to do then is I'm just going to do a little running stitch just across the top. Okay. Now obviously you'd do this normally when you've finished everything, but I'm just going to do this now, so then I know I can carry on the stitching because I'm not actually going to get it all stitched together. I'll just get the top bit stitched on. There are loads of different ways that you could do this. You could create just some little loops to go over the top. You could put the brooch on a backing piece and have that go over the top. I just wanted to have a little bit of a neater top, mainly because then it'll contrast with my scrappy tag. Oh. There we go, all the way along. Okay, right, if I fasten that off, and then I'll be able to show you what I'm going to do, and then I can come back and just finish stitching the whole of the front. I've got a little bit of time just to do that. Okay, so what I'll do then, I'll get my brooch, put that through, and then that, oops, will just go over the back onto there. So that'll become the back of my brooch on there, and then that will be the front. Now if I get the tag, I think it's probably going to dangle down a little bit further off my tag, so I might just pull that, just tighten it up a little bit. There we go. Okay, so that's going to be my brooch tag for this week. A little bit of wearable art. I've obviously got a lot more stitching to do on the front of that, and I might even add some little bits. I don't know, feels like something should go on there. Don't know if I might. Oh, that's pretty. Might even add a little bit of tatting. Oh, that's so pretty. A bit of tatting to that. Yeah, so I might add that little bit on there as well. But anyway, that's the basis of where we are this week. So I can't wait to see you all wearing your beautiful pieces of artwork, and I will catch up with everybody next week. Love and hugs. See you soon. Bye.